Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video, and this is the last layout for this month's How to Kill a Kit with Style. So I'm really trying to make a last-ditch effort to use all the things I really wanted to get used this month. One of which is this really cool ribbon. I was really excited about this ribbon when I saw it in the collection, and I've just been hanging on to it all month. So this is the final page. I have to get it used up. And this happens to be a page where, again, I was kind of hoarding this background because I liked it so much. So this pinky orange background I really wanted to use with greens in this collection. So that's my starting point. I knew I had to get this ribbon used up, and I knew whatever I did with it, I wanted it to be the statement part of the page. So by doing this really cool like horizontal thing I'm doing with it, I think it creates this really cool shelf that I can then build the rest of my page up on top of. So that's what I'm doing with it. I'm just doubling it up, and I'm going to wrap the extra around the back of the page to secure it. I glued it with my Tombow Mono Multi so it won't come loose. But I think this ribbon is so cool, and it just so happened to go perfect with the colors I wanted to use on this final page. Another thing I really wanted to get used up on this final page, I gutted this portion of the rainbow cut file from that one page I used it on. And I really wanted to challenge myself to try and get that used up as well. So I'm just using that as the back layer of my photo stuff. And I think that's really cool. A, because you can see this really cool background through it like you could on the previous page I used it on. I love how this watercolory ombre kind of background looks through this rainbow cut file. I think it's so cool. And I just loved an extra opportunity to use it. So getting that used up for sure. And then I'm just pulling in a bunch of the green scraps I had from this collection because I really wanted to do that kind of green and pink thing. Because the background has this kind of orangey peach tone, I end up pulling that in as well. But one of the colors I really wanted to do this month was the pink and green. I never really got my chance to. So this is my closest take to that with the addition of the peach. So that's all I'm doing now. I'm just securing this ribbon on the back, make sure it's really stuck down. And then I'll get back to my layers, but pretty simple layering, just layering up a few of these green bits I had gutted from previous pages. I matted my photo in just a narrow piece of white, and then I really wanted to do this cute little cluster off to the left here, so that's pretty much what I'm starting with. I did gut a little piece of the green paper. I don't know why I'm still gutting because this is the last page from this month, but I love that more solid green, and I wanted it in case I needed to use it on another part of this page, but I ended up not needing to. But yeah, I just like how these look staggered. I think it's building really nicely. And I definitely want to get some more rub-ons used up on this page too, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. But for right now, I'm happy with what my layers are doing, so I'm going to go ahead and get those stuck down. I'm thinking I might do a cluster in the upper left-hand corner, but I feel like I did that a couple times this month, and I really wanted to do something different. And with this really cool shelf I created with the ribbon, I thought it would be nicer if I just kept building vertically up to the upper right-hand corner instead of doing what I like to do, where I create a little cluster in the opposite corner. So that's kind of how I decided to put another little twist on this page. I'm just going through my sticker sheets, trying to see what I can use. There's not a whole lot of green and, well, there's a couple of pink things. There's quite a few pink things left, but there's not a whole lot of green things. So it helps that I was also pulling in the peach because there's a couple peach elements I didn't really use yet this month. So I did pull in a peach little label. I got that really cute cactus down. So this photo was taken, why can I not remember the name of this place? It's the estate. Hang on, now I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna bother me. The Maymont Estate in Richmond, Virginia, and we walked to the grounds. It was so nice. They had like an Italian-inspired garden, and then they had a Japanese-inspired garden. They had a couple animals and a huge park, and it was really cool to see everything. But this is the portion in the Japanese garden. They had this beautiful bridge with a waterfall in the background, so I had to make sure I got a picture in front of it. And that's what this page is about. But because it is a garden, I thought it would be the best opportunity for me to use up my little cactus. Even though there wasn't a cactus in the Japanese garden, I still think it went. And the colors were on point, so I'm getting it used up. I did pop this little skinny tag that's the same pattern as the background. It says, "Here comes the fun." I popped that up on some tags, or on some foam, so it had a little bit of dimension. And then I can't really see them doing, oh, rub-ons. I decided to go ahead and take the pink rub-ons. There were 2 pink rub-ons left, so I decided to run them across the top part of that rainbow scrap. And I think that's really cool. There's a little scrap of that rub-on left over, so I'm going to find a spot for that before this page is done. But definitely wanted to get some more rub-ons used. I think those rub-ons add such a cool touch. But I decided to just use some white embroidery floss to go through my tag. That's popped up on some foam for some dimension. I think that looks really cute on top of this peach label. And then I did just add a green beautiful word sticker to go with the theme and the color scheme. So now that I have that stuck down, I think I start going for my title. That's another reason I really wanted to do the green with this page, because I have this really fun puffy alpha, and I haven't used it as much as I thought I would this month. I really used a lot of the black and white tile flat alphas in the sticker book. But I did do, I think, 2 titles with this green one, so this is my 3rd title this month, which isn't too bad. But because I had so much left over, I felt like I had more freedom to do a longer title. And honestly, it's not that much longer than some of the other titles. It's more words, but all the words are short. So I just decided to title it All I Can Say Is Wow, just because that's literally what I thought when I saw this kind of scenery at the Maymont estate. So I'm just going to stick that down. It was the first thing that came into my head for a title, and I had all the letters I needed to use, so I was like, why not? Let's do it. I wanted kind of a longer title to span the top to really bring that green up there and take advantage of how much I had left on the alpha sheet. And I still have a ton too. I definitely can do more titles with that green on future pages. But again, just going through my sticker book, there is still a ton of these photo corners left in the sticker book. And I remember when I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do photo corners on this page, I did photo corners several times this month, and I remember that Gail had mentioned in one of the other videos, she had commented saying I could use them like as chevrons, kind of as arrows instead of as photo corners, and I was like, that's kind of genius. So I had so many left over, I decided to incorporate those in this kind of chevron arrow pattern to point down to my photos. So I have a couple here to the lower left hand corner, and then I'm going to have them branching up to the top corner as well, again leading down to the photo. So I'm just alternating the green and the pink. I really wanted to take advantage of all the photo corners I had left in that book and really dig into a good chunk of them. So this used the rest of the pink and all but one, I think, of the green. I think that's a really cool page design, so thank you, Gail, for that. But yeah, that kind of helped move my design along. And then once I decided I was going to branch up to that corner, I knew I needed a little embellishment cluster over my title just so that all kind of flowed nicely. So I did scooch those lower arrows out farther, and then this is where I'm going to use the scrap of that rub-on just so that gets used up as well. There's just kind of this blank space where the rainbow cut file is, but I didn't want the arrow stickers there. So I'm using that area to use that scrap of the rub-on, and then I think I will focus on my little cluster that's going to be above my title. And pretty much all I'm doing, I'm trying to find one element that's pink, one element that's green, and one element that's peach. That way I have my whole little color scheme up in that cluster. So that's literally all I did. I went and found, I had a XOXOXO pink ephemera piece, and then from that sticker book, I found the little green BU square, and then from my dictionary sheet, I found a peach, my little piece of paradise. So I thought all that was appropriate. I just stuck it all together and stuck it over the title. I think that's cute. I do, let's see, add a little bit more rub-ons. That's what I'm doing. I wanted one other area where I use this kind of peachy pink rub-on, and there's a row of arrows on the rub-on sheet that has all the words on it. So I'm just doing those arrows on the right side of the photo just so there's a little bit of interest, a little extra texture, more detail. So that's going over there. And then I think I'm almost done. I'm going to do some finishing touches just with some kind of peachy orange enamel dots, and that's pretty much it. So this page ends up super simple, but I'm so happy I got it squeezed in because I really wanted to get this ribbon used up this month. And several of the elements on this page, I really wanted to challenge myself to get this cactus die cut used too. So I succeeded. We did it. These are the close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching. The last day of the month, we will have my layout share, and then we will have the kit share the following day for June. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys. Bye.